Well, that's been enormously fun having some Wi-Fi issues, and today's the last day in this location, and I hate to leave what's outdoors, but this Wi-Fi, I'm definitely good leaving that behind. Um, for those of you who are keeping track, we're leaving Vermont tomorrow, and we are headed towards Massachusetts, and we are headed to the ocean, and I get to take my baby to see the ocean for the first time, and I am extraordinarily excited. And that is the upside of living this life of focused on freedom, trying to guide my family into something that is more purposeful for us. And there's a lot of downside too. There's a lot of scary parts where we don't know what's happening next, but there's the beautiful part of getting to decide where we want to go on a week by week basis and really just kind of check things. That part is for fun. I wanted to share 5 things with my navigate being an ADHD parent better. Internet connection is to help years ago to navigate being an ADHD parent much, much easier. I'm going to just get in and out of this really quick because my Wi Fi does not want to allow me to do very much today. So, it is what it is. You got to adapt and overcome. One, there is a voice inside of you that tells you that you will never be good enough for your family. That voice is lying. That is called your inner critic. And I'm not going to say all ADHD people, but most ADHD people have an inner critic that is constantly battling against your self confidence. And I didn't know about that voice. I just kind of thought that was normal and struggled to show up for my family, to not hide from my responsibilities because I never thought I was doing anything right. So I just hid, and instead of trying to do better or trying to just be who I was, I just hid from the responsibility. And that's something I definitely would change if I could. uh, 2, just because you struggle to keep up with neurotypical standards doesn't mean you shouldn't hold yourself to a standard. This is really important to me because I knew that there were things that I couldn't do um, very well. And instead of just trying to find a new standard for myself that I could meet, I just didn't hold myself to any standard. I just didn't do it. And I feel like that was a big cop out. But this next one has a lot to do with why I allowed that cop out to stick. 3, comfort is not a good goal. That was that was what I wanted in my life. I just wanted to be comfortable. I everything went back to like, when can we be done with this so I can sit down? I just don't want to be bothered because I don't want to have uncomfortable conversations. It all drove back to being comfortable because I didn't want to grow. Discomfort is a natural feeling whenever you are growing, and I was comfortable in my security blanket of just not changing anything. And thinking back on that now, it's scary to think how comfortable I was being comfortable and not changing anything. As a parent, that is not what I want to impart to my children. As a spouse, it feels really depressing to think that I was never willing to grow to be a better person for the person who has invested their love and time in me. So, comfort is not a good goal. 4, there is nothing you can't do just because you have ADHD. just a typical person, you might have to work out how. You have to ask yourself, how can I? Instead of saying I can't, say how can I do dot dot dot. And it is a process of constant evaluation, of constant self-motivation, and trying to find new ways, and to realize that there are limits to the way that you understand and apply things, but that's okay. You just have to not compare yourself to other people who don't have those limits, or to other people at all. The only person you should be comparing yourself to is the person you want to be and the person who you were. If you're getting better than the person who you were and you're getting closer to the person you want to be, that's all that matters. Finally, number 5, an ADHD diagnosis is not a solution. It's a roadmap. It is the start of a journey to find the answers that you need. Just getting the diagnosis doesn't solve anything, and it's not an excuse. It's an explanation. If you use it to inform why things have gone wrong for you in the past and how to avoid them going wrong for you in the future, then it's a great diagnosis to have. If you use it as an excuse why you can't do this or why you'll never do that, it is something that can burden you and hold you down. And don't let it do that. There's a lot of tough things about being ADHD, but you also have some special gifts that if you are willing to work hard and willing to cultivate those gifts, they can actually work in your favor. And those are, for those of you who are curious, for me, are hyper focus, the lack of a filter. So I'm great at having hard conversations. I'm also good at talking to people I don't know, because I'm that social filter that makes it awkward to introduce yourself. I'm generally pretty good at just hopping over that and just having the conversations starting out. And then also, the lack of social awareness makes it easier to jump on here and talk to yourself over and over again every day whenever other people are in their own heads, wondering how you feel about what I'm saying. I don't care that much. I know that what I'm saying will mean something to somebody, and that overpowers everything else for me. Because I know what I'm saying means something, I am trying my best to impact as many people as possible. And I'm really trying to push free consultations to show up as the best, or as an ADHD spouse. If you are struggling in ADHD or being a parent ADHD, I have been there, and I have found purpose and passion through that fear, through that shame, through the guilt and regret that I had as a parent. And I found deeper connection with both my children and my wife. And I would love to help anybody who is interested. So go to www.impulsive.life/consult and sign up for a free consultation, obligation free. I want to give my time to you for an hour, in which I will provide at least 3 techniques or strategies that will help you start to find relief from the struggles that you are in, specifically, starting immediately. That's it for today. I will talk to you tomorrow from the ocean. Bye.